Rare history stories. These 12 fascinating facts about US presidents will bring past leaders to life. Abraham Lincoln, the wrestling champion. Before becoming the 16th President of the United States, Abraham Lincoln was known for his wrestling skills. He had only one loss in about 300 matches, earning a reputation as an elite fighter. He even secured his county's wrestling championship, and was honored in the sport by the National Wrestling Hall of Fame in 1992. JFK, Ian Fleming and Fidel Castro's beard. In 1960, JFK met James Bond author Ian Fleming at a dinner party. JFK was a Bond fan, and asked Fleming for suggestions on how he might deal with Fidel Castro. Fleming's answer was that Castro had to be humiliated, not just killed. He suggested the US government flood Cuba with pamphlets, spreading the rumor that radiation is attracted to beards. His theory was that Cuban men would immediately shave, severing a culture and identity link between themselves and the famously bearded Castro. Johnson's life-saving bathroom break. During World War II, a young Johnson was scheduled to take part in a bombing raid on a plane named the Wabash Cannonball. However, nearing departure, Johnson needed the toilet, and got off to avail himself. When he returned, the plane had already taken off, leaving him behind. As it turned out, the cannonball crashed mid-flight, and everyone on board was killed. Andrew Johnson's mice. Following Lincoln, Andrew Johnson became the 17th President of the United States. Although he was one of the few presidents to never keep a pet, Johnson did look after a family of mice that lived in the White House. He set out flour and water for them every night, and called them, the little fellows. Calvin Coolidge's quiet manner. Whilst a strong public speaker, Calvin Coolidge was notoriously quiet in private company. He was given the nickname Silent Cal, and it was joked that he was silent in 5 languages. At one dinner party, a guest told Coolidge, "I made a bet today that I could get more than 2 words out of you." His response, "You lose." If you're enjoying this video, please like and subscribe for more rare history stories. Ulysses S. Grant's ghostly middle name. The S in Grant's name is actually meaningless, and doesn't stand for anything. It originated from a typo on his application to West Point. However, with the initials U.S. Grant, soldiers fighting under him gave him the nickname Uncle Sam, a term still in use to this day. Chester A. Arthur's money-making technique. After taking office, Chester A. Arthur wanted to completely redesign the White House. To finance the project, he sold off 24 wagons of relics and articles of historical interest. These included a pair of Abraham Lincoln's trousers, and a hat belonging to John Quincy Adams. William McKinley's singing parrot. William McKinley became president in the late 1800s, and saw in the turn of a new century. What's lesser known is the fact he had a Mexican parrot called Washington Post. The parrot could whistle Yankee Doodle Dandy, and was given the official position of White House greeter. Roosevelt's adventurous family. The Roosevelt family had an odd passion for stilts. Pretty much every member of the family had their own pair of stilts. Even the First Lady had her own set. Herbert Hoover's specialist sport. In order to keep him fit, Herbert Hoover's doctor invented a physical exercise for him. The exercise involved throwing a medicine ball over a volleyball net. Hoover turned the exercise into a game and called it Hooverball, adopting the scoring system from tennis to make it fun and competitive. Gerald Ford's sporting opportunities. Gerald Ford was a star football player, and after graduation, was offered contracts with the Detroit Lions and the Green Bay Packers. However, he turned them both down in order to go to law school. Interestingly, Ford is the only person to have served as both vice president and president, without being elected to either position. And finally, Barack Obama's rejection as a model. Whilst at Harvard, Barack Obama applied to be featured in a black pin-up calendar. The all-female committee turned his application down, and pictures that would now be worth millions were sadly never taken. Follow our page for more rare history stories.